Dumbling, it's your boy Ink with the freaking. Oh, when you say excited, when you say I'm tired as fuck, but I'm excited, I'm talking about this video. This video is about one of my favorite character and one of my favorite series. Talk about Dragon Ball G. I was gonna say GT, but he's in every single Dragon Ball, and with reason because he's fucking amazing. We're talking about Gohan, no, Vegeta. Well, that's not my favorite character. Goku? No, we're talking about Trunks. Why is Trunks my favorite character? Well, I'll take you back in memory lane. I'll take you back in the past. Come with me. It's gonna be a trip. Grab a seat. We're going into the time traveling bus. Fasten your seatbelt. We're going back to a 10 years old Inky who didn't speak English. And since I didn't speak English, well, and his book were in English, well, I was getting the pleasure of looking at the picture. That's all I knew. That's all I know. We had those amazing characters, those amazing graphic, and for young Inky, that was more than enough, right? We had DBZ every Saturday morning, and guess what? It was in English, also. So I was in love with DBZ because back then everybody was talking about DBZ. It was the most popular show in my grade school, and yeah, for a reason, it's an amazing show. When Trunks came in, it was a different It was a different character. We didn't know who he was. Years later, when I started learning French, when I started learning English, and I started watching the show, I still had Trunks, and I had no idea who he was. Well, for him to be able to have his own character, he must be a pretty big badass. He is. You know why he's a badass? Let's just talk about the introduction. We're seeing this guy who comes to Earth, right? He has a sword, and he faces Frieza, right? And then you're like, wait, didn't Goku kill Frieza? He did. Came back Mecha Frieza, right? Not the resurrection of F. We're talking about the original DBZ, and He's coming to take over the Earth. Then you see this kid with a sword transform into Super Saiyan. Now, why is it such a big deal? Because a lot of people can transform into Super Saiyan, right? Well, back then, we thought that Goku was a legendary Super Saiyan. And we thought that since Goku was a legendary Super Saiyan, he was the only one being able to achieve Super Saiyan. The fact that this kid, we don't know who he is, we don't know where he come from, can achieve it. And one shot Frieza, which we spend the better part of an arc fighting, is just mesmerizing. Then we learn that he's the son of Bulma and Vegeta. Why that's so interesting? Well, when we learned that, Vegeta and Bulma are not together. Right? Trunks is an amazing character because he comes from the future. We're talking about, just to be precise, just to be extremely precise, I'm talking about Trunks himself. Okay, but this video is focused on future Trunks because Trunks, we don't know much about him. You talk about him a lot more in Super, but what we have in Dragon Ball, because I only watched on Dragon Ball the original. I'm gonna watch it with you guys so I can do some reviews. But it's the biggest scene he has. Well, he has a couple good scenes when him and Goten they go to tournament power. They go to the tournament, the martial art tournament. I got when Trunks gets hugged by his father. Vegeta, a super emotional moment, right? But Future Trunk has a lot more. Future Trunk, we understand it comes from the future. We finally learned that he's the son of Vegeta and Bulma, and we learned that everybody and his timeline is dead. And it's fun because Vegeta is not the most likable character. He's not the most likable character. Doesn't give a shit, right? Trunks is, spoiler alert, he's the first person he care about. And the only reason he care about Trunks is because Trunks is showing strength. I think to a certain degree, the first reason why Vegeta likes Trunks is because Trunks is strong. Right, that was tough to say. And because Trunks is strong, he says, well, guess what? That's my son. This might be a way of beating Goten. It might be a way to beat Gohan. Because if Trunks can beat Goten, then Vegeta genes are superior, right? Since the first kid of Goku, which is Gohan, doesn't have a... Vegeta doesn't have a kid who's around the age. Right? But Goten and Trunks are around the same age. I think Trunks is a bit older. I'm not sure. But basically, Trunks comes in. At this point, the only redeemable moment we had from Vegeta is back then he's still an asshole. Yeah, he helped the kid that he was going to betray them after. The only redeemable moment is when he tells Goku, I don't care if I die. I care about you killing Frieza. This is the only moment of Vegeta where you can say, okay, well, he's a cool character. And I love Vegeta. Don't get me wrong, I fucking love Vegeta. But he's an asshole. In the beginning he was an asshole. In the beginning he was a fucking dick. He was awful. He got better. That's why we like him. But in the beginning he was awful. And Trunks is able to say, "Yo, this is my father. I'm gonna love him regardless." So we might have a nicer Vegeta because we don't know. It's not specified how much Trunks knew Vegeta. Right, it might not have known him at all, but the fact that we have a character that is able to get Vegeta to care about him, we're good. When Trunks get defeated by Cell, we have this amazing moment where Vegeta sacrificed everything because he loved his son. We have a moment where Vegeta presents Trunks to Cell, and he said, "Probably that's my son." Those are moments that are super important to the character of Vegeta, and Vegeta is one of the most important, if not the second most important character in GT and Dragon Ball in itself, right? A lot of people are gonna say, "Oh, it's Goku and Gohan." I think it's Goku and Vegeta, right? So Trunks, future Trunks in particular, we also get to learn his story, how he come to stop the android because they kill everybody, how he come to save Goku, right? And he's not supposed to be like, oh, he's not supposed to let people know who he is because of he might change the future, right? But right away they know it's him. You know this is a Saiyan. You know that there's three Saiyan, right? There's three Saiyan right now. There's Gohan, there's Goku, and there's Vegeta, right? The rest are non-Saiyans, and it has to come from one of them. So we learn that it's Vegeta again. I'm going back on my word, right? And we see as that everybody's died. That the person who trained him was Gohan, and Gohan died. So Trunks is the last hope, right? And Future Trunks is amazing because he comes in with a mission that he failed because he wants to be there for Vegeta. He wants to protect Vegeta. He wants his father to love him, right? And there's even a really, really, really touching scene where Trunks, when he go back to the future, Vegeta tells him bye. And I know this is not a lot, but for Vegeta, it's a lot because usually he don't care, right? So things like that are seeds that Trunks planted and Vegeta to become a better person. You could say that Goku is the reason why Vegeta is a better person. I think it's Trunks. And Future Trunks is also armed with, he has a knowledge of the future, but he's in the present. Everything he ever wanted is in the present. He wanted to meet his dad, his dad's there. He wanted to meet his mom, he wanted to world with peace. It's all there. The only obstacle is Cell, right? And if we didn't have Cell, he would have been able to be in the present forever. Trunks is also super important in Xenoverse because he is a time traveler warrior. He's also super important in Super because he goes back to get to Goku Black. Future Trunks is not only super powerful, but he represents like a different kind of warrior. The reason why I prefer Trunks to Gohan is Gohan. I'm gonna be super honest. I do like the character of Gohan, but he's not my favorite. He was my favorite. He was my favorite. When we had the Piccolo training arc, I thought it was amazing. When we had the Cell arc, that was amazing. When the Elder Guru got his power awakened, I thought it was amazing. But you spend so much time building a character. You spend so much time saying, "Hey, this is his story. This is not Goku's story. This is Gohan's story." He has so much potential. At the end, doesn't want to fight. And the fact that Gohan doesn't want to fight, I think it's cool because not everybody should want to fight. And the fact that they build up this incredible fighter and you're not using it, what was the point? And that's why Future Trunks, in this regard, it gives a point. We're watching Dragon Ball for the story. We're watching Dragon Ball for the action. And if somebody's gonna give us action, it is Trunks. It's not Gohan. Trunks is a lovable character. He's fun. He's cool. He has a heavy weight. He's the son of Vegeta, and he knows that Vegeta is not gonna love him, but he doesn't care because he loves his father, and that's why Trunks is so cool. I mean, he comes in to save everybody else. It doesn't expect anything, right? And it is fun because he comes from a place where there's no hope. There's absolutely no hope, and he still manages to be there and say, "Hey, I can still change this." Right? I think it takes a lot of guts, takes a lot of courage. That's why I love him so much. On this note, stay weird. Peace.